Seoul, a city that never sleeps. Many other cities claim this title, but here you can literally do anything you want at any time. It's electric, sometimes overwhelming, but equally inspiring. Change is taking place here. The palette of Koreans are developing, spreading a new fusion of both international and Korean cuisine. So where does traditional Korean food fit into these new culinary trends? And what is being done to maintain its role in the culture of modern Korea? I found some of the answers to these questions at Poom, an elegant restaurant in Namsan where new and old come together. Joining me for dinner was Dr Raj Moon, former ambassador to the UK and Japan and current professor in international relations at Hanyang University. So, Dr Ra, during my time in Korea, I've developed the sense that food is very much a focal part of life and family and tradition. Why do you think that this is the case?
Up to now, I mean, traditional way of life is rapidly disappearing, but still the Koreans cling to their family and cling to their sort of home province, hometown.
But when you think about food and globally, abroad, do you think that in some ways food and discussing the topic of food can help to bridge gaps between cultures, open dialogues?
Of course, yes. The food is very important, you know, in cementing personal relations among Koreans.
As the former ambassador to the UK, Dr Ra has helped advocate Korea in his own right. I was keen to get his advice on what more I could do to promote Korean food globally.
Be inventive, and I think it is very important to be successful as a business. Yes? Without success in business, nothing can be sort of lasting influences. If we just sort of cling to traditional food and the traditional way of serving them, etc., you will soon go belly up.
It's a good thing I'm doing Korean burritos then.
Yes, that's what we're saying.
My conversation with Dr Ra made me wonder what the traditional markets and stalls were doing to stay relevant and innovative in modern day Seoul. So I made a trip to Gwangjang market with fellow British Korean Erin Bai. So Erin, how long has this market been around?
Well, it's actually been around for over 100 years. It was first built in 1905 and it's Korea's first permanent market. So before that, all markets were just like every 3 days or every 5 days. And they made this into a permanent place. It's very famous for its food now, all the street food here.
Having spent her former years growing up in the UK, Erin distinctly remembers feeling shocked at the sheer variety of food she discovered when she moved back to Korea. This is Korea's street food at its best, essentially. There's every different kind of food and it seems authentic. The people cooking it, selling it seem authentic. I'm just trying to compare it to what we have back home, you know, the street food that's really taken a rise in popularity over there in London. And whilst this is sort of maintaining its roots and its traditions, back at home things are modernising.
That's true. Korea was going down that route, but somehow this came back. So now it's trendy to kind of hang out here. You see a lot of younger people come here for drinks and snacks.
I see. What would you recommend that we try here?
As a novelty factor, I would suggest going for the raw beef.
Oh, okay. Yukhae.
Yes.
So it's a little bit like Korea's answer to steak tartare, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Erin led me down Yukhae Alley, a narrow pathway in the heart of Gwangjang market. The owners wake at the crack of dawn to find the freshest and highest quality of beef. I relish the opportunity to eat one of my favourite dishes in a Korean market that's over 100 years old. The variety of unique flavours is breathtaking, each stall showcasing vastly different foods, ready for sampling, something that Soon-hee's firmly believes in.
She's going to give you a leg from the crab.
Oh wow, okay. 감사합니다. Wow, this is real street food, hey?
저는 괜찮아요.
하나 맛보세요. 언니.
She's making me
That is
try
so
one.
good. That's so good. This is what I love about Korean markets. You can just try crab legs for free. My trip to Gwangjang market left me wanting more, so I headed to the bright lights of Myeongdong to explore the Korean street food scene with Jimmy Kang, food critic and specialist in Korean food culture. So what kind of new trends have you seen on the Korean street food scene?
Oh, obviously we can get lots of tacos and like Turkish kebabs. Lots of Korean young people especially has been to other countries and they sort of bring up the concept and they change it into Korean street food to suit Korean palate.
I mean, it's interesting that you said it's adapting to Korean taste because the very authentic Korean barbecue that I'm bringing to the streets of London, I'm having to adapt to the taste of Westerners.
Look, that's the example. Because it's more like sort of either taco or look at that. It's more like
that is amazing because this is essentially a kebab that we see in kebab houses in London, and she's doing this on the streets of Seoul. I can't even believe my eyes at the moment. 저기요, 제일 맛있는 걸로 하나 주세요. 네, 너무 감사합니다. There's a definite kick in the meat. The sauce is sweet. I can definitely sense that this has been adapted to Korean palates because I've had plenty of kebabs before in London and it hasn't tasted like this. That's not to say this isn't bloody tasty, because it is. I've discovered that food is the cement that holds people together in Korea. My journey would not have been complete without a Korean barbecue meal in Mapo, an area of Seoul famous for its uniquely delicious take on pork barbecue. Joe McPherson, the founder of Zen Kimchi, a Korean food journal, was my host for the night.
The first rule about eating Korean barbecue is that there are no rules. There are suggestions. You can eat however you want.
That's what I love though. There's so much activity involved in Korean barbecue. You get right stuck in. You're cooking the meat, you're talking to your friends.
It's communal.
Yeah.
It is very communal. I put a little kimchi in here. Kimchi and eggs go great together.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing's missing is sometimes I bring some cheese with me to throw on there too.
I love the way that, you know, Korean food can be this innovative and can be this interesting and exciting.
It's really fun.
By definition, Mapo-style barbecue allows the juices and flavour from the pork to flow right into the side rib, where egg, kimchi and green onions are added to create an unforgettable Korean-style omelette. The pork and egg is then lovingly wrapped in perilla and lettuce leaf with a dab of samjang and devoured whole.
The closest thing we have to a rule here is you eat this in one bite. So here we go, stuff it in your cheek.
Yeah.
Oh. That's so good.
What are your views on globalizing Korean food to the international market?
Well, I do think we're ready for it. And you know what? It is an acquired taste, but I think the Western palate's ready for it now. I think we've been exposed to a lot of exotic foods, and Korean's not as exotic as you think. It's very much comfort food.
I asked Joe why he loved Korean food so much.
You live for it.
Yeah.
It really makes you feel alive.
Yeah. I think Joe is right. Good food is what we live for. I love the way that modern Korean food is still bringing people together, but putting a whole set of new rules on what is possible. It is my belief that to really help spread Korean food globally, we need to embrace the union of different flavours and cultures.